starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. I hope you guys are having a good time out there. We're going to be having a good time today because we're going to be talking about lots of cool things, including Bitcoin pushing towards a new all-time high. So that's pretty exciting, over $122,000. Also, Ethereum moving on the back up to the upside as well at $4,500. So we can get into all that later on. We're also going to get into, I guess, the details around PulseChain. What's happening with PulseChain? We had that big PulseChain sacrifice wallet, $6 million sacrifice over PulseChain and PulseX selling out. So we'll probably have a little look at some of those things that's going on there. So yeah, we've had some interesting times in the old PulseChain. So we're going to get into that too. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we do that though, we're also going to talk about, later on, we're also going to talk about X1 chain. So the fork of Solana called Zalana there from Jack Levin, the vampire slayer, they say. So we're going to talk about that too. So yeah, before we do that though, let's share the show on X. That's all we can say. Now we will be doing a back-to-back show. So we've got the this show, the Crypto PulseChain show, and then we're going to be doing the Gladiator Games Tournament 4 has just gone live. But we've got some big alpha drops coming up for that. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to have the founder, Jason, on the line, and he's going to come onto the show. So that's going to be back-to-back shows after this one. So we're going to have a little break, and then Gladiator Games founder's going to be here. And, of course, that game is blowing up on PulseChain and on X. So we're going to get into all that as well, and definitely Telegram. So I hope you guys enjoy it. That is the link there. So just take a moment to share that around. That'd be really, really great. And we're going to get into all the stuff. So we've got Friday stock market to get into as well. So we're going to do that. Friday stock market, yeah. So let's do the stock market details for the end of the week for Friday. Without further ado, don't forget to get in the chat there as well and get lively, as we say. So we've got the stock market right now, the S&P 500 in a weekly win despite stumble amid government shutdown. Although that shutdown is turning out to be probably quite good for the short term. We got Dow Jones is up 0.5%, 238 points to 46,758. So you wouldn't know there was much of a shutdown there. Nasdaq there at the moment is down 0.25%, 63 points to 22,780, and S&P 500 is pretty flat at 6,700. So that's the stock market indices. So pretty good. US dollar is 97.4 versus the trading partners. And looking at the commodities, there we've got West Texas at $60.88, up over 0.5%. And we've got Brent oil at $64.36, down under 0.5% there. And so what do we got there? Gold is just pushing higher. Look at gold, guys. Gold, $3,908. And that's just off the high at the moment on the one-day high. But we're basically in all-time high territory. Looks like the high was slightly higher, $4 higher, $3,912. So $4,000 is in the sight of gold. Let's go to the max chart. You can see that is insane. All-time high. So I'm not sure what happened with the chart there, but chart's not updating. But we're at all-time highs. Silver as well is pushing. I'm not sure if it's actually taken out its all-time high, but it's pretty close. $47.96. All-time high, remember, was in something like May 2011, and we're now at $47.96. So crazy, crazy, crazy. If you got a bag of silver, congratulations. It's on the moon. On the moon. So that is pretty much it. I don't know if we got our information out there. Yeah, we had obviously the shutdown on at the moment, but the market seems to be ignoring that for the time being. We had the ISM, which, as you guys know, is kind of people consider it a bit like the business cycle. So a major consequence of the shutdown was the likely delay of monthly non-farm payrolls as well. The ISM's non-manufacturing purchasing managers index fell to 50. So it's non-manufacturing fell to 50 in September from 52. Remember, 50 is an expansion, still expansion. So I guess it's probably even. And of course, as services sector activity stalled in September amid a sharp slowdown in new orders, but whilst subdued employment added to mounting evidence of a sluggish labour market conditions, because of waning demand and supply of workers. Now, the thing about this also, obviously, we're at the impact of the interest rate cycle too, right? So it's kind of where we are. The reading above 50 indicates expansion, yeah. So that's pretty much it at the moment on that news. So let's get into the next one, which we're going to go to crypto. Don't forget to share the show around, guys, on X. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. And we're going to get into crypto next because Bitcoin is a pumping. Bitcoin is a pumping. Let's go full screen on this one. Like full crypto cycles, we're at 4.3 trillion in market cap, up 1.4%. We got total coins at 19,031. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin price. It is currently at 122,471. It is up 1.6% today. Ethereum there, number 2, is up 1.1% at $4,523. XRP at number 3 is up 0.4% at $3.05. And we've got BNB at number 5, up 7.4% at 1,177. So BNB really racing away. Ever since it hit that $1,000 mark, it is up a lot. So BNB is performing like a boss. Solana at the moment up at number 6 is down 0.3% at $233. We've got Doge at number 8, down 0.7% at just below 26 cents. And number 10 is Tron, down 0.3% at 34 cents. So not everything is up today, but BNB is winning the day, up 7.4%. And we've got the best performer for the week is BNB, up 23% for BNB. So stellar results there. So that's our top 10. Looking at our top 100, we've got Zcash there, making a bit of a move. Good old Zcash. And that's up 138% for the week. So a real massive re-rate for Zcash, sitting at number 70 now. Aptos at number 48 is the second best performer, up 31%. That's sitting at $5.38. And then Pump Fund, sitting at number 66, is up 31%, just at 69 of a penny. BNB from the top 10, of course, is sitting at number 5, is the fourth best performer, up 23%. And then Litecoin at number 26 is up 15.8%. Starting to look like the old days, right? Zcash, Aptos, BNB, Litecoin. It's starting to look like the old days. There we go. All right, so that is the top 100. Excuse me. We've got top gainers. We've got Jelly My Jelly in the top 1,000. We've got Giggle Fun, and we've got Polycute. Let's have a quick look at these. Learn a little bit about them. Well, Jelly My Jelly sitting at number 548. And let's look at the max chart here. It's been around since January 25, so the beginning of this year. Just had a big moon day and went from 4.9 cents to 10 cents, so 2x there. It's on Solana chain, probably a meme coin based on the name, Jelly. Money and moments. So some sort of social thing. On Jelly, you share authentic moments and reactions. So there we are. That is Jelly. Join the waitlist, it says. Join the waitlist. So it's pre-pricing, is it? Pre-pricing, $103 million for that. Pre-pricing. Wow, that's interesting. What else? We got Giggle Fun at number 2. They're sitting at number 609, a little bit higher in the rankings. And that's been around since 23rd of September, so not too long. And a few weeks, is it? A week and a half, something like that. That's just racing off the bottom, was $17, now at $86. And that is on BNB chain. And let's have a look at Giggle Fun there. Oh, that's the dangerous site. Remember that? We jumped on that yesterday, didn't we? So that's that one, Giggle Fun. Don't know why the site's coming up so allergic. And then we got Polycule, and that is our third best out of the top 1,000, sitting at number 835, even higher still. And it's been around since when? May 20th this year. And it's coming off a low of 1 cent, now at 5 cents. A really big move there, 600%. So not bad in 24 hours. It says 70% actually in 24 hours, but it's pretty awesome. And what else we got there? Polytrade. It's on Solana. Let's have a quick look at the sites. A DeFi from the looks of it. Polycule bot trade on Poly Market Anywhere. There we go with bots. So it's kind of cool. It's got a couple of bots here. Primary bot, backup bot. So there are some bot technology. Always popular, those bots. So that's pretty much it with Polycule. Now looking at the trending, we got eVay, AA protocol, Adrena, and Corn are currently trending at the moment on CoinGecko. So that's pretty much our overview of the crypto market. We've got a few people in the chat. Wookie says it's wet here, so no golf for Wookie today. Yeah, is it golf day? Saturday it is too. Is it no golf? Yeah, well, it rained like an absolute storm last night in the middle of the morning, late in the morning, actually late. And it was it was pretty heavy rain, and lots of thundery sounds. Sounded like the end of the world, but I survived. I've been watching too many end of the world movies. Brennan says it's warm and sunny here today. Might go to the beach. Nice. Yeah, well, he's in Australia, so there we go. We've got Wookie in South Island and Brennan in Australia. I mean, these guys are free. They're free birds. All right. He's off to really when Brennan says he's warm and sunny, he might go to the beach. He's talking about the surf club there. If you haven't been to the surf club in Australia, they're basically like little paradise places where you go to eat food. It's like pretty cool. All right, so let's jump over to the Bitcoin chart. And this is the CoinGecko chart, and this has got all our favorite overlays on it, which will perform pretty well. And we're going to get rid of them though. And here we are with the 50-day in yellow, a 50-day moving average, and the 200-day in orange. So we're tracking above the 50-day, and the 50-day right now is at 114,200. We're at 122,400, and we have pushed today to really high numbers here. We've pushed 123,996. So I could have put on my title that we've reached a new all-time high, but I didn't check the intraday high. And so yeah, there we go. So that's the place. We got the previous high was back here in August, wasn't it? 120. Oh, I guess we aren't quite there yet. It was 124,500. What do we get to today? Yeah, 123,996. But it looks like we're pushing towards a new high. So yeah. At least the title video was okay then. So yeah, not too bad. We're about $8,000 ahead of the 50-day moving average. Pretty good. And are we going to bust a rhymes to the upside? That is the question. All right, so let's move over to Ethereum. And Ethereum at the moment is looking pretty good too. So we've rallied off our support line, which has also happened to be just above the PulseChain sacrifice reserve break even. And our bearish scenario, this little triangle here, played out pretty nicely. And we're bouncing to the upside now. So yeah, we went all the way down to 3,800, and now we're back at 4,500. And the intraday high today is 46, just under 4,600 at the moment. So looking very good for our bullish case scenario, which is, let me undo that. But our bullish case scenario is this one here, right? The green. And we've got the low end of this at 8,000 by the end of the year, and we've got the high end at 15,000. So let's see how we get on there. And we've got the second phase, as I call it, second phase here of institutional buying for the strategic ETH reserve, which I didn't pull up, so we'll pull that up now. And see if there's been any further disclosures. Have we had any? No, we haven't, except for status, which sold some. Apparently that was it. So we've had no updates on here. But we do know that SharpLink may end up changing its target. SharpLink was talking about going up way higher now. And have they changed it here? 5%, yeah. So SharpLink has changed its mind. So it was going to do 1 million coins. Remember that? And I said to you, I said, these guys always say they're going to do 1 million and then they do more. And what they do, they come out and they said they're going to do what they want to do 5% too, 5% as well. So not 1 million, but 5%. So they want 6 million coins also, which is pretty crazy. Just like Bitminer Mission, they want 6 million coins. So they've got to do a lot of buying. They've got to do a lot of raising and buying there. And they're only at 838. So this is just even more bullish now. The ETH machine, of course, I haven't seen a disclosure for them, but they've got on here 10%. I don't know if that's true. I've never seen any disclosure for ETH machine there. If you guys have seen one, let me know. Be happy to take the info. We also got this also for FG Nexus. Now, we know FG Nexus is looking to take up a much bigger position with a $5 billion raise, but still waiting to see that. But they got 10% of supply as well. So imagine you had, in actuality, if you had 4 of them trying to go for 5%, or some of them going for 10%. These 2 going for 10%, and these guys 2 going for 5. But the ones that are going for 5 are the ones that are winning the race right now. And Bitminer Mission there is the leaderboard on the leaderboard, 44% of their target of 6 million coins. Remember, there's only 120.7 million Ethereum. Remember, there's only that much. It's not a lot. We got Crypto Casino in the house. Nighttime here, mate, and bed watching you. Hey, good to see you, Crypto Casino. Always a pleasure. And great that you hope you got some of that popcorn. No, I'm just kidding because it's your sleep time. But hey, we got Frank White in the house as well. Bang, bang, bang. Pulse Gang. And we got Blair SM is also here. Hi, all. Good to see you, Blair. Big shout out. So that is where we are right now, looking really good. So we're probably going to get some pretty strong damn re-rate in the old Ethereum price. So if you're wondering, are we going to be able to make this big green bullish case to the upside between 8 and 15K by the end of the year? Well, we've got all these acquisition vehicles here, all wanting to buy millions and millions of coins. And so, yeah, we're expecting some big things there from them and from Nexus, Bitmine, Sharplink, I think ETH Machine, potentially even some of these ones in the top 10 here. May also get more aggressive, like Etzilla and Mantle and others in Bit Digital. We shall see. But good old PulseChain, Pulse Gains is sitting at number 5 with 166,000 Ethereum there, and it's currently worth $750 million. There we go, $750 million. We got Golden YOLO in the house there, Cult of Binance. Yeah, well, that's definitely up today. Almost $1,200. That thing has re-rated like a boss. It's in boss mode right now. All right, so that is pretty much where we are with the old Ethereum. We'll take the overlays off there so you can see the chart without all the overlays. But we got our second round of buying from into the end of the year from these acquisition vehicles. Going to be awesome, eh? We got Christine in the house there. Go Pulse Gang. Hey, always a pleasure to see Christine in the house. Welcome. All right, so that is pretty much it for our crypto coverage. So everything looking on track, guys. Bullish. As you guys know, we are expecting, more crypto support from the White House, from the US government. We're expecting more from the SEC, more from NASDAQ. We have going to be getting, completely, potentially, the full transfer from a lot of the stock market companies over into the blockchain. This is a 10-year play. And of course, we're expecting some bullish things in the short term as that ramps up. So welcome, you guys are in the right place in the right time. It's going to be awesome, right? And you got to remember that if you've got assets and your assets are in the best performing markets, then you're going to be winning, right? If you are in certain labor sector parts of the market, you're going to be losing because you have no assets to make big gains, and you may be squeezed out by AI and foreign workers that come and take your job. So that's how fundamental this move is right now. So I hope everybody got what I was talking about there. If you haven't got some of the best assets, I'll say it one more time, then you are going to be winning big time, with the easy times. But if you are in the workforce slaving away and you are your job's taken out by AI or foreign workers, then you are, you're in big trouble. So just remember that. And the world's not getting easier for most of the places, especially outside the US, obviously. So some big deals there. Crypto Casino says, if you want to check my coin FTF 100, doing pretty good, mate. No worries if not there. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be on. That's on Pump Fun, is it? No, Pump Fun. Is it on Pump Fun? Yeah, we might check that out some other time, Crypto Casino. I know you've been doing pretty well with that, though, the old FTF 100. All right, so pretty cool. That is where we are right now. I'm actually doing a shorter show because we're doing 2 shows back to back as well. So I've got to keep tabs of the time. We're doing our normal show, which is this one now on the crypto and PulseChain markets. We're also going to be covering X1 briefly today as well. And then we've got, we're going to be covering, we're doing a second show, Gladiator Games, we're going to have Jason, and we've got some big announcements there. Expected to land, to drop, so you don't want to miss that. That's straight away, not exactly straight away. We'll have a little gap between shows, but that's going to be back to back. All right, shall we get into PulseChain? It's time. It's time, he says. It's time. All right, the crowd goes wild. Let's get into it. So yeah, if you are looking for PulseChain, you got a discount right now because we had a friendly whale that was selling out, and he was sold his PulseX down, and then he still had $1 million of Pulse. So I don't know whether he sold that yet, but that was definitely there yesterday. We know we got day 875 for PulseChain. The price at the moment is quadruple 0355, so a little bit of recovery there, up 3.25%, sitting at 36% of the main sacrifice price. And we've got PulseX right now at quadruple 0232, up 3.4%. So some modest gains today. And the buy and burn has gone up a little bit. 7.83% of PulseX has been bought up and burned. Ink token right now up almost 3%, $1.41, and Hex at the moment up 3% at 0.84 of a penny. And eHex, of course, which has been the real star lately, in particular, is at 2800th of a penny, pretty much the same as yesterday. Combined price of EX and PX is at 1.12 cents. And it's probably just getting ready to rumble. These things can change very quickly. It's we had a suppression from different whales selling on PulseChain in the last couple of months, but once we get a bit of a move on, I'm sure it'll be all good. We got 800,000 beats right now, 1 cent for a PulseX swap. Validators, we got 52,985. So this is the first jump we've seen for a couple of days. We've gone up probably another 100, 150 validators there, so it's kind of cool. Not sure whether vouchers played a role in that, but that is pretty cool. We saw some money coming over the bridge as well. So we'll have a quick look at the bridge. And we got 113.5 million. So I think that's up about 600K from yesterday. I think we're 112.9, I think, if I remember rightly. It's 113.5, so it's kind of cool. I think that's correct. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I did have a snapshot, didn't I? Let's quickly pull up the snapshot that I had, the last one, and that was based on the 21st of September. So that's 9 days, 2 weeks, let's say, just roughly. We had 6,369 ETH. We got 6,274. So we're down about 90 ETH there. Hex is actually up slightly. So Hex is up in volume, is up about 50 million Hex, and the value is up dramatically. We're up about 2.6 million Hex in value, with that little pump to 2800th of a penny. And then we've got, so it's definitely a good contributor. We're up on the DAI. Let's have a look at the DAI. No, DAI we're down a lot. I mean, we're down about 1.8 million in DAI. USDC, we're down about 600K in USDC, 650K in USDC. We're down, and USD Tether is down about $370,000. So we're down on all our stables and Ethereum, and particularly on the DAI, which so we obviously want to see a reversal on that. And then EX has been the saving grace, as it were. Is the one that's up, holding us up, because we were at 13.3 million 2 weeks ago. We're at 13.5 now, but really down on the stables, up on EX. That's symbols. That's the math. What else there? Child transactions 341,000. So that's really good. That's actually really quite high. So that's kind of neat there. In terms of some of the top performers, we've got Pulse Guy, been around for over a month, up 26% for Investor. Having a really nice day in the office, up 26% there, and that's had a nice bounce. And I understand there's a new algorithm running on Finvestor ecosystem for OG WebChef. I haven't got the disclosure here, but I did see it on X yesterday, and we've pumped $4.60 to $7.17. So a really nice pump there on Finvestor there. Not bad. All right, Curve there at the moment. Been around for 6 months. Meme coin, pump tires, probably 202K liquidity, but up 25%. Trump token, which we talked about yesterday, the day before, saying, we'll see whether this pumps, because it was sort of being underplayed a little bit, but it's pumped today, 25%, fourth best performer here. So let's have a quick look at that. And yeah, big pump out of the blue there. We had some good volume, 35K volume, pumping that on 170K liquidity. So nice little pump there for the old Trump tires. And yeah, got some love. All right, so we've got PulseX course in the middle there at number 5, up 18.8%. And that's, what pair is this actually? Yeah, that's getting pumped there, 00027 on the move. There's a smaller pair there, what else? I don't know why that's up there so much. We got Zero Trust at number 6, up 80% there. We got Swarm up 14%, been around for over a month as well. Pump Tires Pulse as well, up 12% there. That must have been Pump Tires up the top there. What else have we got? Number 9 is Peacock, continuing rally on the old Peacock at the right time, right place, up at 12% there. And so that's continued to rally. Look at that. Boom. The RSI is still hot on the daily, on the 4 hourly. But the daily, this daily's got plenty of room to move, guys. So that's continued. We've got a nice continuation and plenty of room in the RSI for that to continue. Zigzaggedy on the 4 hour and up to the right on the daily. So still room for the move on that one. Coming up to previous resistance areas, but got plenty of room to move past that. So we'll see where it lands. Maybe it gets up to 69. Maybe it gets up to 6,900 for a penny. All What else? That's our top 9, and number 10 is RSI oversold. That's up 11% as well. So we've got top 10 are up over 10%, and then we've got number 11 at Zero Trust up 10% exactly. So there we are to 2 pairs for Zero Trusts. Moving at our top 20, we got pump tires die up just under 9%. Doge pump tires under 9%. Pepe up 8.5%. So we've got quite a few meme/pump tires. And you guys know we're looking forward to CoinArchy launching in Q4 and the battle of the memes. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be great. If it's set done right, it could be really fun to talk about, especially for us, live streamers. They could be really, really neat. All right, liquid loans coming at number 15, up 8% as well. And of course, we know liquid loans, crypto crazy out there doing a lot of conferences lately. And so that's good. He's getting the word out, I guess, liquid loans. Presumably he's talking about PulseChain too. So that is good news there. It's sitting at 6,000. So still well down. And we'll see where that leads. We'll see that leads there. What else is going there? Hex pump tires as well. Up 7.8%. Top hat there from Crypto Coffee, one of the largest influencers. We got Zendog G, Zendog G. That's number 20, and that's up 5% as well. So not bad. So we got all those coins over 5%. Let's pick off some of the other ones down here a bit further that are doing pretty well. We got obviously Source on Mini Meal at 4.5 cents. These guys are just sitting all that sweet cash in the top 40. And then we get into X Game. X Game's still holding up, even though it had a super hot RSI, and it defied gravity. There. But of course, everyone's expecting X Game to launch. May have sell the news event potentially. We'll see how the launch goes. But then, of course, if it performs like a boss, it could just go up to the moon. That being said, of course, Firewell is supporting it. So who knows where it could go and defy the RSIs. But the weekly RSI is certainly very hot, 86. And the daily, that's still over 70, and the 4-hourly there is not too bad, so 58. So it could still go higher today, but it is holding up like a boss there, and it's doing really well. This could be one of the 2 killer apps on PulseChain, and this is going to be on Telegram as well, which is a really sneaky way of Firewall. They're expanding PulseChain to Telegram. Remember, Telegram's got 1 billion monthly average users, compared to X, which has about 560 million, give or take, 10 million or something like that. But it is basically twice as many. Now, there are certain barriers to Telegram chats and things like this, versus X, which is kind of an open highway for the most part. Although one could argue that the algorithm itself is like a bit of departitioning or something, but or partitioning, I should say. But yeah, it is. It's still twice as many. So yeah, it's a really, really clever way. PulseChain taking over Telegram with Solid Trader, and now with X Game coming up. And of course, the first game is going to be Crash Game, right? It's going to be really cool. Crypto Casino says still holding on all my Pulse and PulseX from the sacrifice days. Nice to see them moving up today. Yeah, it's a nice little reprieve after the big. We had a top sacrifice, top 20 Pulse sacrificer, and a top 60 PulseX sacrificer was selling down his PulseX. So another one bites the dust. And if you hold on to Richard's thing of shaking out even the big whales before the big moves, well, I guess that's one of them potentially. So Duke of Booze, cheers everybody. Hey, good to see Duke of Booze. Cheers, chin chin. And so that's where we are right now. Looking really good for X, and probably very, very soon is what we've seen there from the X account. So pretty cool. Keep a lookout for that. What else we got there? RhinoFi just got their little Pulse Reserve. Looking forward to that performing. So still a good believer in this one. Now we are coming off on the daily, coming out of the oversold period, and we're now at 40. But this could be some really good results here. So that is where we are right now. We do have a lower high, but we've haven't broken the lower support. So yeah, could be a turning point there, and a nice little pickup. All right, so that is good old. What do we say? Where's it gone? Good old PGC the Grace. There it is. All the aliens down here, number 62. All slightly in the money today. Below, they're lower than Pulse though, right? Because they're less than 3%, 3.5% or whatever. So everything that's lower than 3.5%, I think, was where Pulse was it. So yeah, the 2/3 of the coins are not performing as well as Pulse based on this. What else we got going? We've got Teddy Bear Takeover at number 74. Is up slightly green as well. Pump Tires Most Wanted. Also a couple more of the meme pump tires are all up and slightly in green, but below than Pulse. And then we've got what else down here? We've got Firewell, Pump Tires, Unity at $1.05. So that's still adjusting for the volume. No surprises there. And so on. So I think that's it on the link there. We've got Crypto Casino says good night, take care everybody. Big shout out there, Crypto Casino. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check his channel out on Crypto Casino on YouTube. That is pretty much it for our top 100. Now we do have news around X1 chain. So we're moving away from PulseChain here, and we're going to X1. So obviously Jack Levin there, known as the Vampire, and he has got his chain about to launch. It looks very close. There's been lots of false false indications of launches in the last 2 years, I think it is. But looks like we're actually getting to actual launch. So we got Jason here, who's now been pulled in. He is the founder of XDEX and DGen. Now, XDEX is going to be the main decentralized exchange for X1. It was created by Jason, so he's not, Jack Levin or Sun Tzu or anybody else. And I think there's 3 guys on the team, if I remember right. Maybe it's a bit more. And then, so he's been pulled into the team, so he's now part of the X1 team, and have pulled in his DEX, and that is now going to be the main DEX. So it's called XDEX. So if you guys wanting to look for other value opportunities outside of PulseChain, remember X1 is going to be a fork of Solana with all the latest technology and bells and whistles on it, and different tokenomics. So it's going to be pretty different. And it won't have probably any of the downtime that we've seen with Solana and things like that. So that's XDEX. So it's going to be pretty cool. So you can FOMO onto that if you want. It's also going to have DGen. DGen is going to be its token launcher. All right, so token launcher. So a bit like Pump Fund, but DGen going to be launch tokens there. So you can either add new peers to XDEX, or you can go on the DGen, and they have a bonding curve as well. So you have to get win the bonding curve before you get pushed over to XDEX. But it's a bit like what we have with Pump Tires over to PulseX, right? So it's that same kind of idea. So that's coming up there, and he's just highlighting the fact that 520 validators and counting. Now, this has jumped dramatically in the last 24 hours because I'm pretty sure there was like maybe 200, and they were at like 520. So I can't remember exactly the base amount, but it's gone up massive. And that's because the X1 is getting ready for mainnet. And so now we've had this absolute jump in the mainnets there. And Jason says there, so I don't know, we've got Jack Levin posting a lot of Jason stuff, but that's fine. We got X1 blockchain is about to launch, and we want a Backpack. So Backpack is probably the main wallet they're going to be using. So if you haven't downloaded Backpack, you might want to download that if you want to participate. Obviously, if this does well, this chain, you can make mad gains. That's basically the idea, right? Join Strategy Club for more. Link is in the video description if you want to join up to that Strategy Club and find out more. We've got 100,000 plus strong community. Now you can always, decide what that means, but we've got the Zen community and other people like that. It's basically, I think, the idea there. 400 plus validators securing the network. Well, obviously that's over 500 now. So there are rewards for being a validator on the testnet, and there's special rewards in the main coin. And of course, there's going to be rewards being a validator itself. Builders shipping every day. So obviously, Jason's one of those builders there. X1, where the next wave of innovation happens. So it's got all of those tech in it, X1, and it looks like things are really snapping up there. So testnet validator rewards are up, which are pretty cool, pretty neat. They do have a pretty strong bonding curve, and the idea for that is to create a lot of value in the short term, so that the chain doesn't get dumped on so much. So this, I think, it's the way they've done the old stuff there. So you've got some of the top validators in the list here. Even got some of the top ones there. They've got total credits right now, was it 336 billion? Total XNT, which is XNT is the main coin. Remember, it used to be called XN, but now it's called XNT, and that's 6.7 million. So we'll see what that goes, what that happens with that. The airdrop amount is going to be 673 million. 90% of the tokens going to be rewarded are delayed. So 6 million tokens there. I think that's how it works. All right, so that's some of the new stuff there. And of course, you could see 23 hours ago, everything got really excited because Jack Levin posted out the fact that he had this RBC mainnet node linked there. So instead of just testnet, which is currently on at the moment. So people got pretty excited about that. And it seems like they got so excited that the validators have all just jumped up numbers. Now got 523. Now, validating is the proof of stake network, right? So it's the proof of stake. The proof of work side, because a proof of work side as well, is Zen blocks, and we've talked about this in the past. And if you're not mining Zen blocks, that was going to produce different other tokens. They're going to be useful in the protocol as well. So there's two sides of this. And there was also Sol Zen as well, which was the Solana side, a proof of work, but like Zen blocks on testnet, on Text1 testnet, but actually on Solana chain. And if I remember right, yeah, that's right. And so there was Sol Zen out there too. So where does it leave Zen? Where does it leave Zen? Well, Zen really isn't going to get a lot of love based on the X-Base and stuff until well after the chain is launched. And then there's going to be these burn parties and get credit tokens from doing that and all that stuff. But I think that's going to be quite a decent time after the X1 launches, because Jack Levin wants to create value in the chain. So if you go and give all the Zen guys all that stuff, that gets to the view setting, that you got to do it a bit later. And so we'll see how that all ends up. I'm not going to pretend that I know the future like that, but it doesn't look necessarily the best for the Zen. Now, might be wrong, but at the moment that's further down the track. And if you're just thinking about value creation, it may probably make sense, and given where he's headed with the chain now and the new coins, right? Because previously he had the coin as XN, right? Now it's called XNT. It's kind of a little shift, if you get my point, wink, wink, away from XN and the indications or promises that were made with the old XN there and Zen. So we'll see where that all lands. You decide for yourself, but that's the play there. Now what they will do is they're going to have a lot of the stuff is going to be cross-chain, so it's going to be across Solana and X1. So they're kind of a bit of a vampire slayer on the old Solana as well. So they're going to try and get a lot of that stuff from the IGN layer in X1, where you can stake other tokens from other chains into X1. Also through the DEX, XDEX, where they're going to be on Solana and on X1. And it's a bit of a vampire slayer through there if you see the old mechanisms. But you can find all those sort of charts and stuff inside the Strategy Club in the Discord. So if you want to join up to that, that's only $35 a month there. So we'll see you in the chat there. So that's just a little Blues Clues. So this is, it could be a pretty sizable event. We'll see. And as you guys know, I think 1 in 5, something like that. It's a big number. 1 in 5 wallets on Ethereum now. Zen wallets and something like that, 1 in 5, something like that. It's a pretty big number. So we shall see. And all those Solana bros, are they going to be jumping on next one as well? We shall find out. So no doubt we'll be keeping a lookout for that. Now, I did want to go to one of these sites. So let's get X1Z. So this is where all the proof of stake validators are. And I think we can go to testnet. I think this brings up the right site. Yes, this is the one. So this is X1 Valda Online, and this shows you all the validators that are operating on X1 right now. And this is the proof of stake side. Remember, this proof of work, proof of stake. There's the proof of stake side, and that's ticking away right now. So pretty cool. I think I do have the Zen blocks as well, so we might bring up Zen blocks. I think is that the Explorer. Let me to pull up these. It's quite a, they've got a few sites now. So Zen blocks is this one here. So this is the proof of work side. This is the proof of stake side. So this is the validators. And if you scroll down, you can see all the validators in the list, and you can also see their credits. Those credits are related to those XNT rewards that we talked about. You get airdropped straight away, like 10% or something, and then 90% over a bonding curve, and or at least a bonding time, at least. And that shows you the biggest validators at the moment. Now you can actually stake XN on testnet with some of the validators. You can do that for XDEX, for example. You can do that on XDEX, and XDEX, which we talked about there from Jason. This is going to be the first DEX as well. So this is the proof of staking side. This is the validating. This is the proof of work side, and we can go to the leaderboard there. That's the leaderboard, right, for all the people that are validating for Zen blocks, and that's on testnet. These are both on testnet for X1, and then you've got the DEX, right? The DEX there is just being bought into, got bought out and bought into the X1 team, and you can see they're going to have swapping, liquidity, farming, staking, XDEX, validating, valistake. So valistake is where you can stake, in the your XN. This is on testnet. Remember, there's on testnet at the moment, but this will be live soon on the real mainnet. And this is where you can stake your XN, and you can actually stake in their validator on this one. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, you can stake on their validator, and they've got the validator. I can't remember the name of it, but it's called what's it called? I forget the name of their validator, but they've got their own validator. You can actually stake in their validator, so that's a way of potentially participating without setting up your own validator. If you have to set up your own validator, you got to do it on like a standalone service net. I don't know if I've got that up either. You have to get a bot. You have to get a server. You can go to InterServer. That's where you could go set up that, and then you could set up your own validator for X1. The information is available, and if you want help with that, you can ask for that in Strategy Club. If you're in Strategy Club, you can hit me up on that. We got DGN in the house there, Superman 55555. Hey, good to see you, DGN. Big shout out. And we got Damien, and he posted it yesterday. You talking about who you talking about, Damien? You talking about Jack Levin posting something? Let me know what that's about. All right, so that is some of the stuff there. So yeah, we're just a summary. This is coming up, going to be launching. We've got XDEX there. We're also going to have DGN. So you can go to the Mint token, Launchpad. I think it's Launchpad. That will take you to DGN, I think. DGN testnet. So this is DGN testnet. This is basically like pump tires or pump fun, and there's going to be the token launcher there, which is pretty cool. It's not a bad looking site actually. So this is on the testnet. So I think this also operates already on Solana. I think it does. I think it already operates on Solana. That's why we've got so many tokens here. Solana and X1. So look forward to that. All right, so that is an overview of X1. It looks like it's getting very close. Jack Levin is very excited and posting a lot of stuff there. Jason, of course, and no doubt Sun Tzu as well. I'm pretty excited there. So that is it. That's just an overview, just saying that that's about to launch. And if you want to find out more details, hit us up in Strategy Club on Discord, which is a private club, right? Private club. All right, I think that's it. How we doing for time? 45 minutes. I think we're going to wrap up there because I've got to do a second live show back to back, guys. I'm doing a second live show. We're going to wrap up on there. So that was a little teaser there. I'll keep you guys in the know what's happening. Lots of cool things happening there. Yeah. All right. Perfect time to launch though too, right? The bull market really taken off on the parabolic stage. So that could end up doing very well. I see my format gone white. I'll go white on this format for the tickers. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Catch me again. Probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and we're going to be back on with Gladiator Games. We're going to have the founder, Jason, of course. He's got some big alpha to drop for Gladiator Games. The tournament number 4 has only opened up about an hour ago. So you definitely want to jump into the Gladiator Games. And it is pumping. The full listed game on PulseChain right now. There's probably 7 or 8 games in some form or another. This is the full one heavyweight. Prizes every week, guys. $750, $800 in prizes every week. And the more people that play, the bigger the prizes will become. And pretty exciting. If we run that rate, that's probably close to 50,000 a year with that. So definitely Gladiator Games is really starting to hum. And it's time to get involved. So we're going to have the founders meet with the founder. He's going to drop a whole ton of alpha. So if you don't want to miss that, hit us up on the show. We're going to be streaming probably in maybe about 15 minutes time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So we're just going to cut off today's usual stream, and I'll catch you in about 15 minutes or so. So look forward to it, and see you again shortly. Bye for now.